everyone, welcome to Cozy Playhouse. I'm Melody, and today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic that I actually never ever dared discuss publicly until now. And that is because it is something that I think a lot of people would probably think of as weird or almost even a little insane. But that topic, as you could probably tell from the title, is going to be talking to plushies. And that sounds insane because for anyone who's not a plush collector or who doesn't do this, they might think, like, why would you talk to a plushie? I mean, a plushie is just, far from just saying things like, oh, you're so cute, and like things like that, apart from that, why would you talk to a plushie? And it's complicated because when I was a really young kid, I always talked to I made my plushies talk to each other. They had conversations in my head. I would voice act those conversations. I would actually talk for them. So I had a really active role playing kind of imagination as a child. So as I grew up, you might think okay, well, those are little kid playtime kind of things. You probably grow out of it. But then I grew up, and around the ages of 12 or 13, I got this doll who, I miss her. She's actually on this channel a really long time ago. One of my Wings Club dolls. I got her a really long time ago when I was 12 or 13. She was a big comfort to me, and at the time I was going through something really hard for me, really complicated, that I won't get too into, but I was feeling really alone and I had no one to confide in. So I would tell her, because we didn't have any pets. Our whole family, my parents were against getting pets. And I didn't really have anyone to talk to. I wasn't close with my siblings. They were too young anyway. They were elementary, first year of elementary school age. So they wouldn't understand whatever is going on in a teenager's mind. And I didn't have any people to talk to at school, and everything was really complicated. So I tried to talk to her, the little doll that I got. And she was, even though she was just a doll, my mind that was still going through a lot of different hardships, and I still had a lot of my joy and whimsy from childhood, kind of role played a bunch of responses back to me. I used to just voice them out loud, but eventually, since people were like, hey, why are you talking to yourself? I kept those voices, those responses, those imaginary responses from the doll, in my head, and I could hear those comforting words that I'm basically generating for myself. And it became kind of a self-soothing method. So as I grew up, I kind of adopted that for all my plushies and dolls. And here we are today. I have a bunch of them. Some of them have more personality than others. And of course, these are all based on my own imagination and my own creativity, kind of, I guess, however you want to put it. So it's kind of like a mental role play. And it's a really sweet coping mechanism. You might notice Usopp is here with me. He is very excited to be on camera. He wants to say hi, so hi. But yes, he told me. And obviously when I say he told me, I mean that I mentally communicate kind of like a role play in my head, and I generate a response in my head. I make up a response, though at this point it's so seamless. It doesn't feel like I'm inventing anything. It just kind of flows. And each new character plushie, that's particularly why I like character plushies, because I have an idea on how they act already from a piece of media that I like. So, for example, Dobby here is, in his series, he is a villain, one of the main antagonists. As a plushie, he just grumbled for being hugged on camera and is yelling at me for that. But he's more affectionate than he wants to admit. And he still has all the personality traits of each of them, each of the of his character. Each of them do have their own personality traits of their characters. So, it's a little strange to some people, you're an adult, why are you talking to your toys, or you're still a kid, what's going on. It started as a self-soothing coping mechanism for me, and now it's just kind of fun role play when I'm bored or just when I want to mess around. So, I mean, I'll talk a little bit about each of these. They are very similar to the canon versions of their characters with slight modifications. I do sometimes have to figure out their personality from scratch, and by that I mean I'd like get a new plushie, get a new doll, and just kind of like, you know, hold them for a bit, get a feel of the vibe they give me, and then just kind of go with what feels most natural for their personality and character traits. But that's for another video, like how I decide each plushie or doll's personality. But this one was just to explain a little bit about talking to these plushies, because I will be talking to them a lot in these videos. And I thought it was worth an explanation on what's going on, and that I'm not hallucinating or anything. I'm literally deliberately role-playing with them. And it's fun, and I love them. I can turn it on and off, but though I love to leave it on in my brain because it's fun. And I'm a little nervous putting this out there, but I hope you guys found this kind of, you know, I guess like a piece of new information, a little bit educational, or if you are a plush collector or a doll collector and you do this, I hope you found it relatable, because I remember talking to a few plush collectors and doll collectors I've met, and they're like, oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one who did that. I thought I was crazy. You're not crazy. It's fun and it's very comforting. So you're not the only one. I do it too, and it's great. So yeah, I kind of rambled here, but that's the idea behind talking to your plushies and dolls. And some of them are just, you know, plushified characters. For some dolls, I do end up getting kind of like a vibe from them and kind of make a character from scratch for their personality and everything. But that's, again, for another video. So for now, this was just like a quick little explanation, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Happy New Year's, by the way. It's the first week of the new year. I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!